1, 2, 3. Hold on. It's kind of too many games. Too many games, and a lot of them are too similar. There's I mean, too many battle royales, first of all. Is it harder and harder to make innovative games? Not sure. Oh, that's right, I need to figure out how tall this is. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's actually correct. That actually works at that height. And then we diagonal that way. Tunnel's finally done, says Wesley. Yes! Do we need to celebrate? Should I come over? I was looking at you a little earlier. It's kind of weird this being this high up. But we want a diagonal across here. This is gonna be weird. Wesley says gonna finish the whole branch. Oh, that's right. There is the whole branch, you're right. Is that too high? Never mind, let's just keep going. Can't go up and down diagonally easily, so... So I guess we just plow through. Actually, which side are we on? Right. Let me bring the other side in as well. I mean, a game like Hearthstone is relatively simple. Or maybe not relatively simple, but relatively casual. But it's financially successful, I think, because of it. I mean, we're talking about phone games, Cody. Like, Hearthstone is a phone game. You can play on the phone. And I think it's the... Like, you don't have to dedicate that much time at once to it. And casual. Like, it's... I mean, I guess it extends both ways. You heard a lot of the Rings card game is extremely difficult PvE. So you're excited to try it. Extremely difficult PvE Lord of the Rings card game. Is that, what is that? Is that gonna be like a phone game again? It was a card game that got cancelled quick, didn't do well, but they're making a game of it that comes out in 2 months, right? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's only PvE adventures, no PvP. Huh. Would that work? Like as a business model? No PvP. It could work better with DLC adventures. Can design the balance better. Without having multiple modes. I mean, I'm just thinking like financially. Because you know Hearthstone taps into people's competitiveness. Which is weird for us to talk about because I'm not competitive. But given that other people in the world are competitive, Hearthstone like taps into that to make money, right? Like, it only makes people spend money if they want to win a lot more, or like climb the ladder, whatever that means. So that's how they make money, is they tap into that competitiveness. Right, so a free-to-play PvE that doesn't exploit people's competitiveness. Like doesn't psychologically exploit people. It might not make very much money, is what I'm afraid of. It's what you prefer, Cody. I mean, I get that, but I also get that weird. But that's not how you squeeze money out of people. Like, I agree with you, Cody. Personally, I agree with you. But I also know that there's not that much money that can be squeezed out of me by doing that. I just realized I want this higher up. Unless I cut into the ground again. I guess I can cut into the ground. Cody says, yeah, I think it can work fine. Plenty of games out there that people play that aren't MOBAs or Battle.net games. Yeah, it fills a niche, but you know, it's not. It's not a money. It's not a money tree that you can just pull money from. I think Hearthstone is a bit of a money tree. It just generates money. Which, I mean, I'm not saying that is a good thing that it generates money, because casinos generate money, and it's kind of abusive, casinos. Cody says Hearthstone bores me to tears unless I'm playing against a friend, like fighting games, it's too basic. If I spend more than a few hours each week playing it, it would also bore me to tears. I just kind of limit myself. So I'd stop before I get bored, basically. But yeah, like, casinos are money trees, and they're actually quite bad for people. So the fact that a game makes money is not necessarily a good thing. Could be quite a bad thing, really. You only played it because a friend pressured you into so you could do private matches. He stopped playing and so did you, for example. Unless we play, yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna ask people to do things they don't enjoy, so. So, instead of playing, you can just troll me while I play. That's fine too. You do enjoy it when friends are involved. Oops, wrong button. Just don't care about being the best, especially if the best over everyone. I mean, being the best at Hearthstone is... You'd like to foster competition between people you care about minimally. I mean, look, being the best at Hearthstone is... It's like an oxymoron. But no, like, it's so much RNG. When you get to like really high levels, I guess you don't watch the esports, the Hearthstone esports. But when you get to the top levels, like they're so close in skill level that really it's just the RNG that determines who wins or loses. Chess, you hate playing randoms, you love playing people you know. You don't watch esports at all, but when you do, you never really notice them being all that amazing. Yeah, exactly. It's not superhuman. Hearthstone esports is, you're right, it's not superhuman. Like, they're good, but they're about as good as each other. There's a bit of a skill ceiling. Whereas like StarCraft, for example, when I watch StarCraft esports, there's no skill ceiling apparently. Apparently, if you're good at StarCraft, you actually are superhuman. And that's impressive. You mob in a majority of esports, but you admit StarCraft might be one exception. Yeah, no, StarCraft is the exception. The other esports, maybe like Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike, those guys are like really accurate with those shots sometimes. Maybe Counter-Strike. Definitely definitely StarCraft. It's kind of hard though. They have to make games playable for the general audience in order to make money. And then they also have to make it so that the good players are exceptionally good. Shooters you're never too impressed by esports wise? No? I mean, I'm kind of impressed by Counter-Strike. I think I just have my reaction times aren't as good as some of these people. There are physical limitations that make some people better than others. You see tons of players that aim just as well, the only thing that makes it impressive to you is the group coordination. Okay, I mean, yeah, sure, yeah. I guess, I mean, I kind of agree. At that level, it's similar level. I guess like the difference is not that much between the top players. But I think if you crunch the numbers and do the statistics, some of them are actually better than the others. But I guess just watching one game or two, you don't really notice. Overwatch esports. I don't even watch it. Yeah, I'm not sure about Overwatch esports. I mean, conceivably, a good team executing a team strategy might be interesting. See, I think like Overwatch, the maps might be too complicated for esports because there's so much verticality. If you consider sports, like a game of American football, which none of us here care about, it's like it's a flat rectangular piece of ground. That's the game board. Like that's the map. Like you watch a game of soccer, it's just a flat piece of grass with some lines on it. And so then it's easy to spectate because everyone's just running around on a rectangle. Ball throw simulator? You mean football? Okay. But if you're throwing the ball, then it's like arm ball. It's not football, isn't it? But I mean, like baseball and football and soccer and all these games, it's just a flat piece of ground. It's super easy to spectate. And then you get into like Counter-Strike and Overwatch, and there's like tunnels, there's ledges and tunnels and doorways and rooms, and you're like, which room am I in? I can't tell. And so it's impossible to spectate, especially for like a non-playing audience. Which brings me back to MMO board games. And why a simpler board, a simpler game with simpler rules might do better in some regards. I don't play FIFA or any of those sports games. Uh, sports games simulators. Games about sports games. Maybe I should try one of them at some point.